Hey, it's Josh, co-founder and CEO at Interact Quiz Builder. Today I wanted to talk through how to create a quiz for a jewelry business. So we work with a lot of clients who sell jewelry or they make jewelry, they're independent designers or bigger brands. We're kind of up and down the spectrum, honestly. The strategy behind it is pretty much the same across the board. So you're just trying to figure out what somebody is into and what kind of jewelry would match their style, and then recommend the right pieces based on that. There are a lot of layers to it though, so that's what we'll talk through in this video is how do you dig down into the layers, the psychology behind the quiz itself? Because even though on the surface you're going to end up with 5, 6, 7 questions that are seemingly really simple, the reality is that there's a lot of thought that goes into every single one of those questions that you ask. And the way they're framed, the way you ask the questions, the way that you create the answer choices for somebody to actually choose from, and then how you set up your results, how you set up your opt-in form, all of that has a lot of kind of just theory behind it that we've developed over the last 10 years that we've been running this company. We've learned a lot by just figuring out what is converting, what is actually getting people to take an action and make a purchase and also opt into your list. So let's run through this one. This is from Violet Moon Jewelry. It's one of our clients. They have this really great jewelry style quiz, and we can talk through how this would set up. We'll go element by element so that you can reconstruct something similar with your own jewelry brand. So first off the top, what's your jewelry style is the title. You can keep it pretty simple. The thing that's really going to differentiate your quiz is not necessarily the title. I see a lot of people getting really caught up on what to make the title. And it's not that it's not important, right? Because titles do matter and it will, especially if it's not a good title. I would say generally a bad title has a much worse effect than a good title, if that makes sense. So if your title is not good, you can pretty much just tank your entire quiz. But there's not necessarily one title that's going to be like, oh, now everybody's going to want to take my quiz. It's really just not messing it up. And the way to not mess it up is pretty much just to do what's your blank style. So, what's your jewelry style? If you're doing something more specific, like you only do bracelets or you only do earrings, what's your earring style? What's your bracelet style? What's your necklace style? Whatever it is, you can get specific if you just have one product line. But for most people, makers especially, you're gonna have lots of product lines, so that's why you would do what's your jewelry style. Cover photo, you want to feature the product and people. So that's what's going on in this photo here. It's the people, the woman in the middle is wearing the product and the others are checking it out. And that's pretty much it. This photo also represents the brand really well. It's kind of encompassing of what type of brand this is and what it's about. So that's what the cover photo is, people and product for jewelry quizzes. And then this little short description here, basically this is just a preview. So think about your favorite movie preview that gets you excited to watch the movie. Same kind of thing. Like there's a bit of a preview of what the results are, timeless boho or somewhere in between. Find out the pieces that will add the perfect sparkle to your life. So just kind of building up that anticipation of like, what am I going to learn here? And then take quiz. Again, this one, you can mess it up, but you can't really do anything crazy here that's going to make people want to take this quiz. It's either take the quiz or find out now, find your jewelry style, one of those options. Again, keep it simple there, short. You'll notice this is all very buttoned up, simple, concise. That's all you want to do. You want it to be just really quick because most people are going to spend maximum like 2 seconds deciding whether they want to take your quiz. That's on the high end. Realistically, it's probably like zero point 0.3 to zero point 0.5 seconds that someone's going to look at this and be like, do I want to invest my time answering this? So simple image with the product and people, what's your blank style, and then a short preview on the cover. This is also embedded on a page on the site. You'll see here /pages/what's your jewelry style. This is on Shopify, so We do work with Shopify really well, and you pretty much just want to embed that quiz using an iframe onto the Shopify. I'll add a link down below where you can see that guide on how to add it in. We'll take you through it step by step. It's pretty simple. So take quiz. Now, this is where you get into that psychology I was talking about. So, these questions, the way that you want to frame them is you want to ask the question as you would ask it to somebody in real life. So, it's a little funky to think about because you pretty much just have to act like you are talking to somebody. You can interview somebody and try to figure out their style that you are not currently working with if that's easier for you. Otherwise, you can kind of just imagine I'm talking to somebody at a show or an exhibit or a gallery or whatever. They come up to where I am and I'm trying to figure out which pieces to pull off, to show them or to recommend, like, hey, you should check out this one or that one, right? Because that's kind of the goal of this is you're emulating that experience of you being able to connect with somebody and then recommend, like, oh, I have this piece that I made or this piece that just, seems like it would be perfect for you. So that's what you're trying to do here. And then the way that you ask these questions, you really just want it to seem like you are just having a conversation. And so that's what these titles or these questions do here. Are you drawn to dainty pieces or bigger statement pieces? And the founder who created this quiz, that's pretty much how they would ask it. So that's how she would ask this question, and that's how it's written on the quiz. Answer choices are the same way. So you want to just think about, if I was to ask somebody this question, what would they actually say in response? And then write the answer choice exactly like that. That way, somebody will be able to just look at this and say, yep, that's the one I would do. And that's how I would say it. Now, the psychological thing that's happening behind the scenes there is they are now getting the sense that you understand them. And that's a huge win. If you can get a setup where your customers, your potential customers, believe that you understand them, and you can't fake that because you have to have actually talked to enough clients to know what they would say in response to you asking a question. If you can get to that point and you can illustrate that, now you're not selling. Now you're just being a consultant to help them find a piece that they're going to be really happy with. And that's a different kind of conversation. You're not saying buy this because it's cool or it looks whatever. You're just saying this I think actually would work for you. So I'm going to answer that. All the questions operate in the same way. It's asking these questions as you would in real life. And I'll link to this quiz so you can check it out. You can check out the pieces, this whole collection. Really great brand down in Los Angeles. So yeah, we'll go through the questions here. Again, ask the questions like you would in real life, and then write the answers as somebody would actually respond in real life. And you want to have somewhere between 5 to 8 questions on the high end. I'm seeing shorter these days for e-commerce quizzes, so 4 is a little too short, I would say. 5 is good, 6 is good. This one's at 6. But don't add questions just because you feel like you need more. That's definitely what you want to do. You want every question to actually have a purpose to help you figure out someone's style. So that's that. Now we'll look at the opt-in form here. So enter your email to see results. Fun personalized picks based on your jewelry style. That's big right there, that one. So many people miss that. They miss that opportunity to say, I will send you stuff that's personalized based on your style, which you can do within Interact. It's super easy. You just tag the results in Klaviyo or whatever you're using, and you can actually send pieces and discounts and drops based on someone's style from this quiz. So definitely want to make sure you mention that. You can also offer a discount on the first purchase. That's pretty standard. People are used to that. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my information here and see my results. Now what's happening here is once I see my results, this is going to redirect to a collection on Shopify, if you're familiar with that. The reason that you want to do that is for tracking purposes. It just makes it really easy to see who's getting which result. You can see because this collection page is only coming from quizzes, you can then say, okay, who's buying from this collection? And then you can track what your conversion rate is from your quiz. Otherwise, you know how it's getting with tracking. It's really hard to know attribution and whether something's working. So this is such a simple way to just know, okay, my Beachy Boho collection is selling X amount of dollars. My other collection that's a quiz result is selling X amount of dollars. So big, 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 big win on tracking there. Just a short description here, about a sentence or two. You could go longer. I wouldn't go shorter. I would definitely have a description, but you don't need to get overly in depth on that piece. And then down here, there are 3 product picks. So 3 to 5 product picks is great. These are just really cool pieces that are custom built. The other thing that's awesome about this is because these are collections, you can just swap out these products within Shopify. You don't need to go back and modify your quiz in any way. So this all lives on the Shopify side. And those are pretty much the best practices, I would say. Just to go through a quick recap here, I would say cover page, and we can go back to this. So cover page, simple, feature people, show the product. Title, what's your blank style? Keep it at that. Button, take quiz, find your style, whatever is relevant, less than 4 words. Don't go over 4 words, probably 3. Description is a preview, just like a movie preview. Questions, ask them the way that you would ask someone in real life. Answer choices, write them how someone would answer in real life. Opt-in form, let people know that they're going to get personalized picks. That's a big, big win there. And then results, set those up as Shopify collections so that you can track and swap out products as you have new drops. So with Interact, I just have a template pulled up here. This is one of our templates. The way the system works is we have these pre-built templates. Obviously, you can start from scratch, but this is our what's your jewelry style template. If I click use this template, it's just going to pop that right into my Interact account. It's going to clone it in, and then I can just start editing from there. So we make it really, really easy. These templates are written by quiz experts, so professional quiz writers who make quizzes full-time, pretty much. And these are written already with all the questions loaded in here. You can just modify those. For the results, you can quickly redirect to those collections pages just here, and then set up your lead generation to connect with Klaviyo, and again, set up that form the way you want it to. When you're ready, you just click publish your changes. It's going to give you an embed code that goes on to Shopify. Again, we'll link that down below on how to set that up using this JavaScript. So that's it. Those are the suggestions for how to make a jewelry style quiz, like I said, and then I'll show you real quick here how it is on the site. Like I said, these are super popular. The average conversion rate for e-commerce for opt-in is over 38%, and the average order value also goes up when you implement a quiz. So it's a really, really easy way to personalize your site. Just make it feel like you are there actually talking to somebody to figure out what pieces would work for them. So give it a try. You can go to tryinteract.com/quizzes/jewelry to check out those templates, or you can just go to tryinteract.com and you can find all the jewelry templates within the builder, or start from scratch if you would like. So best of luck. Those are the tips on building out a jewelry quiz.